Hey everybody, it's me, Justine, back with part 2 to Heck and Steve's question. What are my favorite DS games and 3DS games? So now you're on the 3DS portion of this, and it's gonna get interesting because a lot of these games are games that um, I didn't. There are some here that I still need to complete, obviously, and then there are some that got me started in certain video game franchises. So, like, in franchises that I would never thought I'd be into. So, let's get right into it because I don't like wasting people on intros. So, anyways, so the first game is Asphalt 3D. This one's a loose copy. This one was one of the first games I got, and for a racing game, this wasn't too bad. Also, you can destroy police cars in this game, so that was fun. That's one of my favorite parts, is destroying other cars and then destroying the cops along with it. That was fun. And we got Star Fox 64. Now again, some of these are colored from the same reason that's in my DS video, so I know which games were mine when I was at foster care. So yeah. Anyways, it's like an anti-theft proof idea. Anyways, so this game is where one of those few games where the 3D effect actually works wonders. And I still have to beat this game, but from what I saw, with the amount I played, it's not too bad. But this game here did not get me into Star Fox. It was Command that got me into it. Ugh. So, I'm hoping that I don't. Oh shit. This case is gonna break. Hang on a second. Let me put that case there. Okay. Let's hope I can do this in one sitting, right? Okay, just coming from over here, the charger there. So, one can't have a 3DS without Skylanders, so, of course, Skylanders, as you people know, is my favorite game, one of my favorite Toys to Life video games. And, yeah. So this is how I actually ended up into Skylanders, was from the 3DS games. Because that's all I could get, since I didn't have access to the Wii or the Wii U at that time. So, because my Wii was at my dad's. Anyways, so basically, these Skylander games are very, very different than the console versions. So you're not really dealing with Chaos, you're dealing with Hector, Frightbeard, and Moneybone as your final bosses. Oops. Now, with these games, most of these enemies are one-time enemies, except for Moneybone, as Moneybone does make his comeback in number 5, Superchargers. So, which I got really excited over. Anyways, so yeah, those are my favorite Toys to Life games. Now I'm gonna move on. I'm glad that focused nicely. I also have my favorite digital games, so I'll just get the digital ones out of the way as well. We got Miitopia. I should get this on Switch because I love this game so much. I know this is so unpopular opinion, but this game was so funny. And I absolutely loved every minute of this game's nonsense. So, my favorite part in Miitopia was the twerking Twerky, and it gave such a stink eye. So, I mean, like, it's supposed to be geared towards everyone, but yet there's this twerking turkey. So yeah, that was funny. It was really, really funny. So yeah, I loved this. Absolutely loved this. I'm glad they brought Miitopia back to the Switch, too. They need Tomodachi Life on there. Anyways, Resident Evil Revelations. Now, this is another game. This was my first rated M game. That's why this is here. And this game basically marked me growing up, per se. I grew up in the land of video games. As a gamer, I grew up more mature when you start playing rated M games at the right age. So, Resident Evil Revelations was my first game, and rated M game. Of course, mine was a digital copy I got mine from, but eventually in the years, I have the physical, and of course, my physical copy has Revelations spelt wrong. Yay! Because Capcom can't get their shit together to save their life when it comes to Resident Evil. Anyways, that's not their first mistake. Anyhow, so yes, Revelations. I think I got stuck on the part where I didn't have weapons, but I have to go revisit this game. But the 3D effect on this game is another good game for that 3D effect. So yeah, I absolutely enjoyed Revelations, and it will hold a very special place for me. Okay, so now we got Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Now, this game is my favorite of the Kingdom Hearts games. This is also my first Kingdom Hearts game, and I absolutely love Dream Drop Distance, and I really would like to do a Let's Play on Dream Drop one day, because I actually have it on the PlayStation, because I have all the Kingdom Hearts things. So yeah, this game was really, really good, and I absolutely loved it, and there was no Donald Duck and Goofy around. Yay. Thank goodness. So, yeah, this game is like, I loved, like, the Disney character mashup thing. It was, like, one of those perfect Disney mashup games. So, yeah. Kingdom Hearts, Dream Drop Distance, hands down, one of my favorites. I also like the Tron universe in this game, so that was really cool. So, you know how I have Lego 1 through 4, right? So now we got Legos 1 through 7. Now I do have all of this on the Switch as well. But this game I actually completed from start to finish. I still have to complete Kingdom Hearts 2, but Dream Drop Distance, but that'll be for another day. But I've completed this game from start to finish on 3DS. And my favorite part in this entire game was when Gromp kicked through Dolores up in the air and went slam and kicked her dead in the ass. Direct hit. And she fell right on a centaur ass first. It was actually really funny. It's a really funny scene. I don't know if that scene is in the console version, but I do know this is in the 3DS version. It's the funniest scene there was. So, yeah. So this game was really, really well done on the 3DS. Ugh. So, you got Mario Bros. 2. So now I have the question of, why didn't you put New Mario Bros. 1 on here? Well, that's because that's a default answer. Now, growing up, I was such a lonely ass that I was friends with Poker Luigi on Mario, playing poker early in the mornings. Playing frickin' cards with him early in the mornings, and then him winning constantly made me maybe a little angry, but anyways. I actually like New Mario Bros. 2. This one wasn't too bad, in my honest, humbled opinion. The only problem was that they axed out the mini games that you had in number 1. Another cool thing about this game is that if you're in Japan, I don't know about Europe or Australia, New Zealand region, but if you're in Japan, this game's case is actually yellow. And so is the first Mario Bros. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about Mario because it's Mario, right? It's really hard to say things about Mario. A really hard thing to say. So now we got Gates of Infinity. Now I used to play this late at night before I go to bed when I was in high school. I'd sneak in some gaming sessions late at night when I'm not supposed to. So anyways, Gates to Infinity. This one was a really good game. I still have to complete it. But I actually liked that we had to see, that I got to see more of Espeon and Umbreon in this game. And it was a very, very fascinating mystery dungeon game. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, it was really fascinating. It's a good game overall, it's just I gotta complete it. I also have Super Mystery Dungeon. Tragedy is, they never brought Mystery Dungeon really back. They like avoided the Unova region. I mean, they avoided the Alola and the Galar and the Paldea region when it comes to Mystery Dungeon. So yeah. So yeah, I got Pokemon Moon. So this one was my first Alolan game. Now I didn't complete Ultra Moon yet. That I still have to do. But I love the story in Pokemon Moon, and I think that's like a common thing you're gonna see in these Pokemon games is the story mode. I also loved how it was, I loved the Z moves, and I actually had the Z ring, so I'd be doing the Z moves along every time with that Z ring. Every time there was a Z move being done, I'd also imitate it for good exercise. As nerdy as that sounds. Anyways, so yeah, I actually had all 3 of the starters at the start of the game, so yeah. Primarina was like the MPV in my run, so I liked Pokemon Moon. And then you got Smash Bros. On 3DS, and I know this is a hyper unpopular decision, but this game got me into Bayonetta, because Bayonetta became a DLC character, and because of that, I was able to get into Bayonetta. As weird as that is. So that's why this game is here. Oh, and I also like the Smash run on here as well. That was fun. That's fun, playing hours of it. So yeah, that's why this game was up here. Now we got Omega Ruby. I guess you could put like Alpha Sapphire in here, but I have hours dumped on Omega Ruby. I like going back to Hoenn. Actually, my favorite Hoenn game is Emerald, for those that don't know. Anyways, so it was nice going back to Hoenn region. And my favorite part in all of this were the Omega forms of Groudon and Kyogre, because I think they looked really cool. And I like that you have like that you have options to get you have like numerous chances to get Deoxys. So if you fail the one time and then you go back, if you fail the first time, you don't have to worry about it because you could try again. You could try again later on. I don't know exactly how that works, if you have to go back to the Elite Four and beat it. Anyways, I can't remember how that part works, but I do know you get chances, multiple chances to catch Deoxys. And so far I haven't been able to. Oh yeah, and the little dress-up Pikachus. I forgot about those. Oh yes, and I love the Return of Pokemon contests. Those are fun. Now we got Pokemon X, and this one's one of my custom covers. It's Pokemon X. What can I say? I love the 3D I love the Pokemon being in actual 3D because I know this is the first game this happened. First mainline. I'm not talking about the console games. I'm talking on handheld with the mainline games. So this is the first time we actually see 3D sprites. And the use of Mega Evolution, which is really cool. So yeah. I actually had a very solid team and I knew how to use Xerneas really well in this game. I actually annoy people using how I use Xerneas. Because Xerneas has gravity, so if people tried to fly, that wouldn't last long. Anyhow, so yeah. I dumped a lot of hours into Pokemon X because X was the first game I got, and then Y was next. So yeah, I like Pokemon X. This game's not bad. I also have like all the mythicals from that time when they re-released the mythicals. So that's cool. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So, this is my first Luigi's Mansion game, believe it or not. And you're gonna be like, well, didn't you have the GameCube? Didn't you, like, weren't surrounded by the GameCube growing up? And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't have Luigi's Mansion wasn't a thing on it. So yeah, this is my first Luigi's Mansion game. I still have to complete this. But, this game is not too bad. There's a lot of missions, but I actually like it. I like how it's, like, much easier to suck up ghosts in this game. And I also like Polterpup's nonsense. And it also taught me that Luigi's what you'd call a true hero because he had to overcome his fears of ghosts. And that's why we like Luigi more. That's why here we like Luigi. Now, Fuji's Woolly World. Y'all know I love Woolly World, so this was the first time this is how I actually played Woolly World, despite having a Wii U at this point. So despite owning a Wii U, I did not have Yoshi's Woolly World. So I had to get it on 3DS along with the Poochie's Amiibo, which I was lucky to find at a thrift store for $30 new. Anyways, because now that's in the triple digits. So anyways, this is how I played Woolly World. And I actually loved it. I completed it story-wise through start to finish like I did on the Wii U. Going back and collecting everything is bonus. But anyways, this is a really fun game. This is like a really, really fun game and slightly challenging in my opinion because it's Yoshi, not Luigi. It's a Yoshi game. So some things are not in plain sight, right? So you kind of have to think outside the box. But I love the details of the yarn and I love the crafted details. So yeah, this game was really good. So now we're getting into Yokai Watch. Now, I haven't beaten 3 Blasters or Busters yet. I'm still working on those. But anyways, I have, however, played these 2 from start to finish, and both games are really, really good. Now, Yokai Watch is a lot different than Pokemon. It is not a Pokemon knockoff. I know some people think that, but it's not. It's totally different. It's basically based on Japanese folklore, which is why it didn't do well here in North America, because nobody understood it. A lot of people didn't, I think, understood it, so that's why it flunked. But it was a huge success in Japan. So, Yokai Watch and Yokai Watch 1. My favorite character besides Jibanyan is Kamiger. I also liked going back in time in this one. This one was really cool. Going back and forth between the future and past is really fun. And Dame Dead Time. Dame Dead Time is a lot of fun. So I'm hoping to do Yokai Watch Fleshy Souls for y'all one day, and then I'll start a new file in this one. Yeah, I also have this game on Switch in Japanese, and it translates really well on the Switch. It's really nice on Switch. It also helps when you have the English playthrough guide for 3DS, because they're kind of the same, so yeah. So, yeah, this game's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's tragic that level 5 hasn't brought the Switch copy over yet. And hasn't brought in 4 yet. And Yokai Watch Jam, Y Academy, and 4++ over here. But anyways, oh yeah, and then there's Busters 2. And Romance 3 Kingdoms. There's that, because I have Romance 3 Kingdoms. Anyways, so yeah, so far Yokai Watch gets no complaints from me. I actually love the series, and I'm hoping to complete number 3. So yeah, and Busters. But I think, oh wait, Blasters it's called here. It'll become my favorite. Spirit Camera. Speaking of haunted games, so we got Spirit Camera. Now this game is a spin-off to Fatal Frame, or Zero, or Project Zero, depending on which part of the world you're in. If you're in Europe, it's going to be Project Zero. Don't know if that applies to Australia or New Zealand. If you're in Japan, it's Zero. North America, South America's, you are Fatal Frame. Anyways, so you get this memoir. This creepy, creepy memoir, which this game cannot function without. This game does not function without it. So yeah, you get this creepy memoir of faces, which is quite freaky. And there's like some puzzling aspects here. A lot of puzzling aspects. So this game, in my humbled opinion, pushed the 3DS beyond what it was capable of. It's one of very few video games that do that on 3DS, where it uses the AR function, where it utilizes the motion controls, or the gyro function, if that's what you call motion controls. Anyways, the gyro function, the microphone, and the 3D function. It's really one of those games that push it to its limits, or beyond its limits, so yeah. This game is like a must game if you have a 3DS, and it's a really good game. If you're not into Fatal Frame, this will probably get you into it. I didn't think I would... And then I saw Fatal Frame on Wii U, and I'm like, oh, the Camera Obscura, that sounds familiar. So, you got Mario 3D Land, which is closest to the Mario 3D RPG that... I meant 3D platformer you're gonna get on 3DS? Yeah. So here's Mario 3D Land. I actually like this game into Tanuki Suit. I also like how you can become invisible. That made the game a little bit easier, I think. But I liked I liked playing through this one too. This one was very unique. Very, very unique in a way. And the way of it was like a... It was like a 3D platformer. I don't know really how to explain Mario 3D Land properly because I haven't played it in a while, but it's not a bad game. It's a good game, and it's definitely a must on 3DS. All Mario games are, well, the Mario Bros. 2 and 3D Land are a must on 3DS. I'm horrible at explaining my shit sometimes. And new Yoshi's Island. Now, I didn't have a Yoshi game personally. Not until I got this game. This is my first ever Yoshi game that I owned. And I absolutely love every minute of it. And the music in here is really, really cute. And Yoshi is just a lot of fun to play. I also love the, like, creativity in these games. So anyway, that's it for the physical copies. They're all piled up there very dirtily. Meanwhile, let me get my digital games going. I'm pretty sure the 3DS XL needs a good charge. So I know my 3DS XL's charger's a bit fucked, but it still does its job. Okay, maybe it might be okay without a charge. Okay, so I don't know. I'm hoping this doesn't get me copyright striked, my background here, but anyways. Just down here. So this is my digital copies. Because y'all know I have a bunch of digital games on here, which never been updated since the eShop closed. So, aside from the stock standard... Where the hell is my thing at? Okay, so aside from the stock standard games that I have over here, this one's really cool, the Dream Radar. So Dream Radar is really cool because it allows you to catch Pokemon in the AR world. Again, using the AR functionality, which a lot of games don't use. They should, but they don't. Anyways, you're allowed to catch certain Pokemon that you wouldn't catch in Black and White 2. Or certain Pokemon you can catch in general, but they're the Therian forms of Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus that you can get in Dream Radar. I'm pretty sure they're called Therian forms. Because there's incarnate forms. There's 2 different forms to these. 3. Anyways, and you were able to transfer those over to Black and White 2, which is really friggin' cool. Pushing further that you needed a 3DS for this game. Anyhow, I have New Leaf. This is the first Animal Crossing game I ever played. And then I lost Rory, and then I stopped playing. I don't think I need to say anything else, but I'm pretty sure it's relaxing. Yeah. So this game right here, Sticker Star. So this is my first Paper Mario game. Probably not including the Wii version. I meant not the version on the N64 for Wii, but this one here was my actual first game. This one is a very... I don't think I have it on my Wii. Maybe I do. Anyways, this one was the first official Paper Mario game I played. And I love Sticker Star, actually. I know this is a freaking unpopular comment, but I loved every minute of Sticker Star. They also call it Super Seal in Japan. So yeah, this game was absolutely fun. I gotta replay that again and actually finish it from start to finish, but this game and its nonsense is funny. Freaky Formies! So I actually like Freaky Forms Deluxe. I have the original Freaky Forms game on here. And sadly, it's tragic that they had to take that from the eShop long before it closed. But there's also a physical copy of this game, but it's expensive. But Freaky Forms is a lot of fun. You can actually get creative on this game, and I've seen many people create Pokemon in that. They're extremely creative. And yeah, you can get really, really creative in this game, and I would love to play this game. That's another game I'd love to play on YouTube. is Freaky Forms because it's that creative. It's fun, actually. Wait, I already talked about Luigi's Mansion. So let's talk about Rabbids. So, this game I actually played from start to finish, and, this is a funny game. And see, I'm a huge sucker for Rabbids, and I absolutely love the Rabbids. So, yeah, this game was a lot of fun. Absolutely loved the Rabbids. I do have blasters here, but I haven't beaten that yet, so. Now, if you mention Miitopia, you can't do that without mentioning Tomodachi Life. Now, I poured in a lot of hours into Tomodachi Life. Needless to say, it's one of my favorite games. Because it's just so funny. So you're basically on an island and you have your little villagers and you can basically play around with them. You can basically see what's up in their life and all that other, feed them, care for them, do whatever. It's a funny game to play. And they actually do talk to you, which is quite funny. So yeah. I think I probably described that game pretty horribly, but it is a good game. Okay, let's see here. So we got Stretchmo, Crushmo, another few games I gotta complete, and Pushmo. Now these games are very, to me personally, these games are very unique puzzler games. Like I haven't played anything outside of that was that different. And Pushmo, these games are not these trio games are not that easy to beat. As they get harder and harder as it progresses. But it definitely makes your brain think outside the box. So I do give them that credit. Developers credit for where it belongs. So yeah. I like those games. I gotta go back and play those. Oh yeah. Here's the original Freaky Forms right here before it became deluxe. Let's see. Pokemon Shuffle, which is another game I religiously spent on my other 3DS. I'll talk about that on the other 3DS. So there's these other games. Denpamen 3, Denpamen 1, Denpamen 2. These games, oh my god, I gotta complete those. Okay, so these games actually use the AR function to catch Denpamen. Which is really cool. And I'm glad it's back on Switch. I'm actually glad Denpamen made their comeback on the Switch. But these games were actually paid. You had to pay money to play the actual Denpa games. So I'm surprised like this time around it's a freemium game. I'm actually surprised this time around, but yeah, you had Denpamens. And I know like by each series it got better, so yeah. This game wasn't too bad. As I said, I gotta play more of that. So it's one of those games I kinda started but didn't complete all the way through. Okay. Battle Trozy. I absolutely love Pokemon Trozy. I don't have it on DS, sadly, but I'm hoping to find that game eventually. And get it. And then play it from start to finish. Anyways, Battle Trozy, on the other hand, I've beaten what I could of it. And it was really good. I love puzzle games. So this is an interesting game, Color Zen. So basically, Color Zen is an interesting puzzle game, but also a very relaxing puzzle game. And to explain Color Zen here. Since I'm shit at explaining this game. So let's go with an easy one. So basically what you gotta do is take this, but see, here's the thing, the end result, you have to make sure that the color at the end matches the border. Oh shit, oh shit. So basically you gotta go like this. So if you don't get that, you don't pass. So yeah, and it gets harder as it progresses, but it's a very relaxing game. It's very, very relaxing. So I'm a huge sucker for puzzle games, so yeah. Let's go on. Oh yeah! I failed to mention Plants vs. Zombies is another one of my favorite games. Especially since I had that on my iPod Touch. So yeah, I like Plants vs. Zombies, that one's fun. And then see, I have Battle of the Giants, Battle Insects, Dragons, Dare to Bejeweled Twist, and Bookworm. There's Zuma's Revenge. This one, I absolutely love Zuma's Revenge. Some puzzle games, right? This was handy during high school. And I gotta play that from start to finish. Some of these I really gotta play again start to finish wise. Okay, we got retro games, which I didn't play much of. Although I do love Donkey Kong. And since I don't have this game in my Game Boy games, this game was one of my other childhood Game Boy games. Next to Pokemon Blue, it's Kirby's Dream Land, and I actually completed it from start to finish, and it was a lot of fun and difficult at times. It's also my first Kirby game. Yeah, these are pretty self-explanatory. I have to kind of play through these from start to finish. So yeah. Oops. That's it for the 2DS. There you go. You can go back in your little container. I try keeping them in a container so they don't get dirtier than what they are. Okay. And now, here's my new 3DS XL. So, this is gonna get interesting. So, I haven't played much of Dylan to tell you anything yet. I haven't played much of these guys yet. But Fluidity, I can tell you, is a lot of fun because you gotta turn your DS around in many crazy directions. So that's fun. That's a fun game. And it's a puzzle game too, so I like that you can physically like use the gyro function on 3DS. That's a fun game. Mutant Mutts. Of all the consoles, Mutant Mutts is better on 3DS because of the 3D function really brings it out. I'll show you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see that. I can. You guys can't. Oh, my camera's not even... Damn, that sucks. The camera can't catch that. I forgot that the camera can't catch the 3DS's. I'm an idiot. Anyways, Mutant Mutts, it's really good on 3DS because it's really it really shows the layers of dimension in this game, so it was basically made for this game. And same goes for Mutant Mudds. I don't even think it's gonna... Because, I mean, I can see the little guy, like, coming out at me. I wish our cameras can catch that, but they can't. Anyways. So this game is actually really interesting. You have to play it with your DS like this, upside down. That's an interesting game. I have some really weird ones on here. Also, Severed. Okay, so I actually beat this from start to finish, and it's a really good game. It's an indie game, and it's a short game, but I love it all the same. I love this game. It's a really good game. It's definitely one of those games that are on the YouTube list. So, yeah. Okay, so here's Pokemon Shuffle, and I'm actually played this a lot on this 3DS. And I gotten very far in it, and I still have a ways to go yet. But this game is really, really good. I didn't play much of Rumble World, but here's another one I played a whole bunch of. Arcade Badge. And I miss Mr. Bunny. It's so sad when they got rid of his job. Or sad when he got laid off from his job. Poor thing. Rest in peace. Okay, so I do like Ace Attorney, but I have to complete that from start to finish, these guys. But this one's really good. What I've seen from the demo, this game is really good and utilizes the 3D function properly. Now, this game's on my list because I still have to complete it, but I'm putting this game on here because this is the first Castlevania game I actually played. And it's what got me into Castlevania. So, I'm hoping to complete this game at one point. But so far, I'm liking it. And surprisingly, this is also the first Kid Icarus game, another game I gotta complete. But so far, it's a good game. It relies heavily on the gyro function of this console. So, Yokai Watch 3, so far I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's also another one, it'd probably be ending up... It's gonna end up on the favorites list. Definitely. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. I just gotta complete it. And same goes for Blasters. So yeah, I got all my little Game Boy games here. I also enjoyed the Halloween Trick or Treat series. Because I play that every Halloween, right? It's basically a hidden object game. So these two are... Where's the other? So yeah, I basically beat these two. I actually recently beat this one. That one was fun too. So yeah. I'm a huge sucker for hidden object games. And of course I played Super Mario World on this. It's not too bad on the 3DS. But that question would have to be answered actually on the Super Nintendo, because that's where it belongs, right? So yeah. That's all I have for my favorite 3DS games, because it's a really hard list to do. I know it is, because of the amount I have. And it's never easy picking your favorite games out of the bunch that I do have, especially if they're digital. But luckily with some of the game series, like Dylan and like with Dylan and Denpaman, I have the whole trilogy that I could just sit there and play them. I have a funny feeling though Dead Heat Breakers is gonna be my favorite one. I just got this feeling that it will be. So anyways, I'm gonna end it off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping you did, because I'm very shit at explaining things sometimes. So if you like this video, oh wait, I also have to thank Heck and Steve for the question. You can feel free to shoot other questions. Anyways, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. And thanks for watching. Bye.